My thoughts on the Derwin James hit, the Derwin James suspension, I think is ridiculous, and I am completely disgusted by the NFL for doing that. I believe it was beyond the words of harsh. It's disturbing and it's concerning that they would suspend him on his first offense of this season on a hit. That the hit wasn't even that dangerous. The player wasn't knocked out the game. He didn't have a concussion or any of that. Did Derwin James lead with his head? I mean, how else? I want somebody to explain to me, when you're tackling somebody at that angle, how else are you not going to lead with your head? It wasn't like he went head on to the defender. He was tackling the defender at an angle. He was tackling him at an angle. How in the hell can you not lead with your head going on an angle? I'm leading with my head right now. So I'm doing this by sitting down. So if you're tackling somebody who's like probably 100 pounds heavier than you, maybe. I mean, I don't know how big that tight end was, but the tight end was definitely bigger than Derwin James. Maybe he wasn't 100 pounds heavier than him, but he was bigger than him. So if you're tackling somebody at an angle who's already moving at an angle, how can you not lead with your head? I think that was the most dumbest thing that the NFL said and the dumbest thing that the NFL can do. Like, the NFL, it's really starting to piss me off, and I am the most biggest football fan there probably ever is. I played defensive back, so I understand tackling, and I understand the position that Derwin James was in. I played cornerback in high school. I played cornerback throughout college. I played cornerback in safety, in kick return, in punt return, in a pro arena indoor league in Atlanta, for a team called the Atlanta Sharks. So I understand the position Derwin James was in, and everybody who wants to act like they know what they're talking about when it comes to tackling and the form and everything, you don't know what you're talking about. You've never been on the field, and if you have been on the field, if you're probably just an offensive player who's never had to tackle anybody unless you've been on special teams. So just shut up and just stop talking like you know what you're talking about, because you don't. Derwin James is a professional. He does not try to harm or injure players. That's not the type of person Derwin James is. If anybody knows about Derwin James, he to me, he seems like a great human being, a stand-up guy. So this is ridiculous. I mean, I think the only way to look on the brighter side of this, and I saw that he tried to appeal it and they declined it. Of course, I wasn't surprised by them declining his appeal, because there's somehow trying to make an example, I guess, out of Derwin James, which, and I'm not the person who really so much believes in, I guess, conspiracy theories or tries to believe in things that can't be proven, but it is to me, I do kind of think naturally that perhaps the NFL done this because they're playing against the Chiefs this weekend, and Derwin James, he matches up very well against Travis Kelce, and everybody knows that our defense is going to bring it to the Chiefs this week. We are going to bring it. We are going to be brutal. And it sucks that Derwin James is not going to be a part of that. God, that pisses me off so much. I hope every single player on that Chargers team is as pissed as I am and is going to freaking light a freaking smack the Kansas City Chiefs. Because the NFL obviously loves the Chiefs. The Chiefs probably are obviously the NFL's. Patrick Mahomes is obviously the poster boy of the NFL. So, you know what? I think the best statement that the Chargers can do right now in the name of Derwin James is really play this game for Derwin James. I think that's the best thing that the Chargers can do. That way we can look at this on the brighter side and make good out of this. I see that Jim Harbaugh is pissed off, and he should be. I think what we can do to make this better as a Charger fan and as me as a football player, well, this is what I would do if I was the leader in that locker room. I will say, Let Derwin James rest this weekend. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise. He probably could have got hurt. He probably could have got a season-ending injury, or worse, maybe a career-ending injury. Maybe. So let's look at that on the brighter side. And with that being said, let's disrespect the NFL. Let's disrespect the Chiefs. Let's smack them dead in their face. They want to disrespect us. They want to disrespect Derwin James. Let's go ahead and smack them. Because if we smack the Chiefs, if we light a fire up under that ass, it won't matter. That suspension won't even matter. And then Derwin James will come back next week, and then there'll be a bye. We can rest up, and then we can go on to week 6, and we can go on and dominate that next game. I can't remember who we playing on week 6. I feel like that's what we can do. So this isn't the end of the world. It's disturbing. It's frustrating. It's concerning, to say the least. And something like really has to be done about this. I mean, I'm trying to think, has the NFL suspended a player for a hit? And that wasn't even the most dangerous hit this weekend. I haven't even got a chance to watch the Eagles game, but I've heard Devontae Smith had a terrible hit, a nasty hit. What happened to that player? Devontae Smith is actually in concussion protocol right now. But you don't suspend that player for giving Devontae a nasty hit, and giving him a concussion? The NFL is biased, man. NFL is biased. And, I'm trying to work into the league. I want to get into the league and work. I don't care. I'm going to speak the truth. This is what this channel is about. This is what I'm about. This is what my whole entire brand is about. It's about speaking the truth. So if a job or a company or industry does not want to hire me for speaking the truth, then you know what? I am doing the right thing. I don't care. I plan on making millions, billions, even trillions, creating products, creating industries, companies, a conglomerate, just off literally telling the truth. Just literally telling the truth. That is my foundation. That is my platform. So I am not going to bite my tongue. I am going to speak the truth. If I know something is a fact, if I know it's the truth, I am not going to hold it. Oh, just because somebody doesn't want to work with me, or maybe I won't get hired. I don't give a damn. I can make unlimited amounts of money by just telling people the truth. I'm a truth seeker. I will be a reliable, credible source. And what the NFL did was disgusting. And me, as a football player, and as a former football player, as a football coach, and as a football fan, and as a scout, I think it's disgusting, and I think it's ridiculous that you did that, the NFL. I mean, was Derwin James not the Walter Payton Man of the Year? Let me see. I think he was. What year? No, he was not a Walter Payton Man of the Year. He is a 2-time Walter Payton Man of the Year. So what the hell does that tell you? He does his due diligence. Derwin James, he puts work into the community, man. And then you want to disrespect him by saying, "Oh, you're just Zach will not big Tyler. You leading with your yada yada yada." Look, you could have just fined him. Jim Harbaugh even says the man goes out of his way of doing safe tackling. I did not think that was a bad tackle. How can you not lead? I just want to know, like, how can you not lead with your head? Like, you got to tuck your head. You got to tackle like this. You got to tuck your head. You got to tackle like this. You got to tackle like that. Like, how the hell can you not lead with your head while you're tackling? You're moving your body. Your head is going to go where your shoulders is going to go. Literally, your head is attached to your shoulders. You cannot take your head out of the game. The NFL is doing something that's impossible. They're going to mess around and turn the entire league into Roger Goodell and the NFL and company is going to turn the entire NFL into flag football. 2-hand touch. I'll find the video and I'm going to do the video. Derwin James doing the tackle. But this is Yeah, this is bad, man. This is bad. But like again, I think the Chargers look at it on the brighter side. What the Chargers can do to make a statement, put the whole league on notice. What they can really do is dominate the Chiefs. Dominate them. Do not think that you cannot dominate the Chiefs because you don't have Rashawn Slater, you don't have Joe Wall, you don't have Derwin James, and you don't have Joey Bosa, you don't have your other key players. No, a great team plays great regardless. A great team isn't built around one player. Yes, you can dominate the Chiefs. The hell with that. They're just the Chiefs. They bleed just like you bleed. You all are professional athletes. You're NFL players. Patrick Mahomes is nobody. I don't care about Patrick Mahomes. You can dominate them. Come on, man. This is one of the reasons why I just wish I was like still playing and like I wish I could have made it to the NFL. Because stuff like this, I wish I can be a part of stuff like this, man. This is exactly what I'll be telling my teammates, man. Exactly what I'll be telling the teammates. I was like, okay, Derwin James is out. Let's play this game in his name, man. Let's play this game for Derwin. Let's play this game for Derwin. Let's win this game and let's give Derwin James the game ball. That's what we can do. That's what we're going to do. That's what's going to happen. We are going to win this game, and Derwin James is going to get the game ball. Come on, no, forget winning this game. We're going to dominate this game, and we're going to give Derwin James the game ball. Defense, I don't want no more than 3 points, bro. No more than 3 points. This was disrespectful. And how we can tell everybody Chargers ain't nobody to mess with. They ain't nobody to mess with. You can stab us, you can shoot at us, you can do whatever you want, but you can't kill us. You can't keep us down. Down and not out. Bend but not break. Beaten but not destroyed. Let's get it, bro. This is my freaking note to Derwin James, message to Derwin James. Dog, I've been a huge fan of you since your Florida State days, FSU days. I think you're when you came out of college, I was comparing you to Sean Taylor, bro. Like Sean Taylor is he's one of my favorite players of all time. He is my favorite safety of all time. That you play the game like him, and I hope you don't change your game. Forget what the NFL is talking about. I think you're doing a great job in everything that you do. You're a stand-up guy. You seem like a great human being. You're a great gentleman. I hope that I meet you one day. And you're the type of people that I would love to have in my circle. DJ, don't like whatever, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. Come back week 6. I don't think you should change the way you play at all. You're doing a great job. The NFL is hating on you. Everybody's hating on us right now. They want the Chiefs to 3-peat. Forget that. Let's smack the Chiefs, Chargers. Derwin James, come back, smack whoever is playing at week 6, and let's just get it. This is a blessing in disguise. So God bless you, Derwin James. I wish much more success and abundance upon you, your family, and your life. In the Chargers Nation, you for all your families as well. And I'm rooting for all of y'all. And go Chargers. Smack the Chiefs. Dominate the Chiefs. Forget beating them. Dominate them. Alright, we in and out. I'll see you all next week. Not tomorrow. We're going to be here on this channel platform all day. So, here's the video of the Derwin James hit. I mean, so yeah, like you said, he's leading with his head. His head's connecting. His helmet is connecting with the tight end's helmet as well. And so that's an illegal hit. It's a penalty. That's not how the NFL wants their players to tackle, which I understand. The no helmet, the non-helmet to helmet hit, I understand that. But again, a suspension is completely ridiculous. And I mean, as you can see, like I said before, Derwin James is tackling at an angle. He's not going head to head on. He's tackling this tight end at an angle. I honestly don't know how you can. Here's the thing. Derwin James could have probably missed that tackle because the tackle probably would not have been accurate if his head was not leading his shoulders. Because your shoulders is going to go where your head is going to go. And for you to wrap up, you have to put yourself in the correct position to wrap up and tackle a player, especially a player who's a big player and who had the momentum already going towards Derwin James. So Derwin James has to match his momentum to the tight end's momentum for him to be able to get him down the way Derwin James did. And of course, on that hit, you see it's a hard hit. Derwin James is trying to make a play. He's trying to force a fumble. He's trying to knock him back. So Derwin James is using his force against the tight end's force to push him back. So, I mean, if Derwin James was tackling with his head up and trying to tackle him at an angle, it could have been a broken tackle or it could have been a missed tackle. Or he probably couldn't have missed him. It probably would not have been an accurate tackle. So, I mean, I get the penalty. I get the flag. I get that. But the suspension is just what pisses me off. That was just completely ridiculous. I mean, if anything, you could have just fined him. Even though his helmet connected with the guy's helmet, it wasn't even that bad of a hit. My thing is that why can't the offensive players move their head either? Because Derwin James is going with the hit. Why can't the offensive players move their head? Like, if you're telling the defensive players to not tackle with their head, to not lead with their head, shouldn't the offensive players be told to, since they already have the advantage? They already have the momentum. They're running towards us. So especially if we're going at an angle, I think it's dumb on the tight end's part for him to look and to get tackled for it to be helmet to helmet. If he didn't meet Derwin James, if his head didn't meet, if he didn't look towards Derwin James' way, he would not have gotten. It would not have been helmet to helmet. So I mean, I don't know, man. I think the suspension was ridiculous. I understand why. Like I said, I understand why he was flagged. I understand why there was a penalty. I get that, but I mean, like Derwin James said, he said I didn't feel like I led with my head. He said my head and neck, but we'll look at the tape. And when you're in that momentum, when you are in the heat of the moment, you're trying to make a play. You don't want to have your team miss out. Like, you don't want your team to lose this game. You know, you're not going to be always trying to tackle safe. This is a violent game. There's telling players to tackle safe is just, I think it's ridiculous. I mean, we all know what we sign up for when we play football. We all know. So, I mean, yeah, leading, I understand, like, leading with your head, going head to head, straight on, there's no point of doing that. But when you're tackling at an angle, I think that's different, man. I mean, how can you not lead with your head when you're tackling at an angle? That's just what I'm trying to get. I mean, understand. I mean, if I'm tackling this guy at an angle, you see how awkward that will be if I'm having my head up. I'm tackling him. I can't even see where I'm tackling. I can't even see where I'm going. You got to be able to use your eyes to see where you're going. I mean, in football, eyes is a big part of football. Being able to see the direction is a big part of football. So, I mean, this guy already has the momentum. He already had an angle on Derwin James. So what am I? And this guy is big. So he's bigger than Derwin James. So how can I do that? How can I lead with my head like that? So it's just, I mean, how can I have my head up and trying to make an angle tackle? I mean, and the guy looked Derwin James's way. So, I mean, shouldn't he be fine too? Because he's making head-to-head contact as well. He could have looked away. So come on. You asking us to do the impossible, ask them to do the impossible too. Make it equal. So that's that play, but you know, it's whatever. Like I said, what I said still stands. Smack the Chiefs, dominate them, break them, smack the NFL. Let the NFL know that we're the Chargers Nation. The Chargers team is nothing to play with, nothing to be fooled with, and give Derwin James that game ball. And out all day.
Hey, break it up. Yeah! Hey, one thing to say, man. Know why we here, man. Know what got you here, bro. Let's fight for each other all night long, man. Hey, I'm riding for y'all, bro. Everything I got, bro. Give everything you got, man. We gonna like what we see, bro. Let's go, man. Clap this up. Oh, give me 2. Woo! I got your back, 10.
Let's go, 3.
Got your back. Let's go.
Let's go, kid.
All day.
Strike it
all day.
Strike it
all day.